I just got done building in the Corsair Air 5400. Am I happy with my purchase? Hey, what's cracking everybody? Welcome back to Computer Games Hardware. So I've just finished building in the Corsair Air 5400 and I've got a lot of thoughts about this thing. So let's get stuck into it. Now, this is a mid-tower case with beautiful curved tempered glass around it, so you can see it curves all the way around there, and it's got some really interesting features. Ooh. The Air 5400 uses an innovative triple chamber design. There's one chamber for the CPU and the AIO, one chamber, the main one, for the motherboard and the GPU, and then the back one for the PSU, the cables, the storage, and all that sort of stuff. So this separation improves cooling efficiency to keep those zones isolated, and it's a pretty nifty design. I really like it. The Corsair Air also features a completely toolless design with magnetic panels for all the chambers. The bifold doors are also locked in by these two little screws at the back, so you can remove those to take them off. You also get these dual airflow ducts in the main chamber, one at the top and one at the bottom. This passes airflow right through your GPU, and Corsair also says that it helps reduce noise as well. You can see here the chambers are separated by this Perspex panel here, and you can tell that my radiator is a real tight fit. So 360mm rads fit, but it's pretty tight, guys. Here's a look at the PSU chamber. You can see my Corsair shift in there and the IQ Link hub. That needs to be connected by a single PCIe connection, so just be wary that you'll need that for the IQ Link software. The fan trays feature a single screw for the main chamber and two screws for the AIO chamber, and Corsair's new fans also feature a quick turn system that you only need to screw in with one turn, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, I got this on a Black Friday sale for just under $300. I believe it retails for around $350, and that is for the SKU I bought with the reverse blade RS fans in them. These are RGB, nice looking fans, reverse blade, but they've got a mess of cables, which can be daisy chained. So if you're into that sort of thing, I didn't want those and I wanted to remove the RGB. You can also get the other SKU, which has the IQ LX fans in them. Now, the reason is because it's going to sit under my TV, and this is a living room area, so we don't want RGB hitting us in the face while we're trying to watch TV and stuff. So I opted to purchase the RX 120 black fans just to give it a little bit of personality, and I'll talk a little bit more about those in a minute, but it does come with some pre-installed fans. The problem for me is that it only comes with the bottom set of fans, and it's just not enough. You either do it all the way or don't do it at all. I would have preferred to have both fans. If it had both fans in them, I would have kept them. However, it doesn't. So I opted to go the non-RGB route, which I knew would cost me a little bit more money. However, I went with the Corsair RX 120 black kit. Now, it's worth mentioning that these fans are expensive, but they're not as nearly expensive as the LX fans that come with the higher price SKU model. So for these non-RGB fans, for 3 pairs, so 9 fans in total, it cost me around $150. For the same fan at the RGB model, it costs $150 for a 3-pack. So really think about that, save yourself some money. Now, of course, it's not going to cost you that much if you're only buying 2 sets of fans, but be warned, it will become an expensive exercise if you're buying this and new fans for it. Hey, just want to jump in here and say, if you're enjoying any of the content on Computer Games Hardware, I need your help. I recently changed the handle of the channel. I know you're not supposed to do that. It's like a big YouTube no. But when people were searching Computer Games Hardware, they couldn't find me. So I have changed the handle to at Computer Games Hardware instead of at CGHW. If you still look up at CGHW, you'll still find me. It's linked to my personal channel, which is also linked to Computer Games Hardware. So if you want to like and subscribe there, you can. I will be posting stuff there as well that sort of doesn't fit on this channel. But please, if you're looking for Computer Games Hardware content, remember it's at Computer Games Hardware, one word. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Please share, like, subscribe, watch the videos, do all that stuff to build the channel back up again and make the algorithm remember that I exist. Thanks for watching, everybody. And the fans are deadly quiet. I'm really impressed with the performance on these fans. I actually had to turn the 0 RPM on my GPU on, which I never had to do because the case fans from my previous case would drown out that sound. These ones are so quiet that I had to turn that on. So very impressed with the performance. As you can see, it's a really hot day. It's 32 degrees here in Australia and the CPU is at a nice and cool 39 degrees. So I'm pretty impressed with the performance. I've also got the studio lights and stuff on in here. So good stuff. All right, and let's talk about the compatibility for a second. So this case looks absolutely fantastic. It looks gorgeous even without the RGB. I'm sure you guys will want to put some rainbow puke there and make it look all kinds of awesome, and that will look great. It does its job too. It is extremely cool inside the case. The airflow works and the fans are actually really impressive. They're nice and quiet, so you do get some value for what you pay for. But be warned, there are compatibility issues. The perspex that you get inside the case is also a little bit of a sticking point. You've got this beautiful tempered glass, and then you've got this perspex airflow at the end, and it's a little bit tight. They could have re-engineered it a little bit to be more compatible for other AIOs, but they've done the thing where they want you to get the Corsair AIO that's going to fit in and be comfortable. It says that it's a 360 rad compatible. I would almost go as far to say that it is 350 mil compatible. That's how tight the space is in there. So be warned, it is a bit of a build challenge. Not just to mention that, it's a new case design, you've got the triple chambers and all that sort of stuff. But overall, I'm extremely happy with my build. I think it looks great in our living room setup, and I'm really happy with the performance as well. All right, so there's plenty to like about the Corsair Air 5400. I love the way it looks. It looks beautiful, even without RGB in it. That curved tempered glass is something to behold, and it does its job. It is performing as expected. It's keeping the temps really nice and cool. Isolating the AIO is really keeping the CPU cool in its own little chamber. That is fantastic, and the GPU gets the benefit of all that airflow, so that is fantastic. I do really like the RX fans as well. They are nice and quiet, and they are giving excellent performance as well. Now, the things I don't like is some of the build quality issues. The way it's laid out isn't probably the best. I reckon there's 1 or 2 revisions of this case that will make it an absolute standout. It's got the perspex in the backs, which I don't love, particularly when you're spending that much money. And there was also another couple of little niggles, such as the GPU bracket, for example, is blocking the front I/O ports to be able to connect them properly. So little things like that need to be worked on and revised, but I'm pretty happy. Even though I spent a little bit more than I probably normally would have in a case, I think it's been a worthwhile upgrade. Anyway, what do you guys think? Do you like the Corsair Air 5400? Are you interested in the triple chamber case layout? I bet you there is going to be a flood of these in the year to come. So stick around on Computer Games Hardware and we'll check them all out. That's going to do it for this one, guys. Big thank you for watching. I've had a really good time making this. I hope you guys have had a really good time watching it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. See you next time.